Guys, here I'm doing an upgrade on the K2 extruder. I know I need a new hot end. I had a hot end blob and it got up there, but it'll be alright. So we're going to start doing the extruder gears, and we're going to talk about those in a minute. So you're going to take out this bolt, and the PTFE tube is already disconnected up there, and take out this bolt. Get this done. God, why is this bolt so long? So these are the hardened extruder gears that we will be installing, and I'll show those off in a second. I'll give you the benefits of what they do and why we're upgrading to them. And yeah, this bolt is that long. There we go. That one's out, and you got one right up here, which you can see right above in the top camera. And then the hot end slides off, or the extruder slides off. And I've got a clog that I've got to take care of, but I'll do that later. So what we're replacing is these extruder gears. And you have this gear, which goes here, which that stays in there. But these are the extruder gears, and these are the stock extruder gears. So they're plastic, pressed in like that. And the new extruder gears are metallic extruder gears that are put in. So first we'll start by removing the switch right here, the extruder release. And you just pull that apart, you just push it out, and you get the spring. Make sure you keep your spring. You set it apart. There's that. And we'll go ahead and get our, make sure you don't forget this rod either, and our extruder gear here. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this clog while I'm here, and I'll pause that while I do this. So all you'll do is there's a pin here that comes out, and you push the new extruder gear in, and that you push the new extruder gear in, and you put the pin back in. Now this one, as you can see, this pin here will have to be pressed out, and then you'll slide the new gear in and it will replace it. I'll be doing that now. Okay, and now we have the new hardened extruder gear in there, and the pin pushed back into position. And make sure it's flush on both sides. So as you can see, it's pretty much flush on this side. And we will now begin reassembling the hot end. We'll put this here, and the spring goes in and slots into this little thing right here. We'll so as you can see, this is without the spring. This is without the spring, and you'll push it in just like so. But you'll need to push the spring in there. So what we'll do is you put your spring in the slot. You get some of this hair out of the way. You put the spring in the slot, and then you will angle it like so. And you push it in until you get it just right. It's a pain sometimes to get in there just right. Go ahead and get this reassembled. So now with it reassembled, it's in there, and as you can see, it still functions. Both gears are in there, and everything's good. So now we take the old gears and we set them somewhere else. We push this back up in here, get everything lined up. Pressed on there, wiggle it around. Got it pressed on there, make sure it clicks into place. Then top bolt, lift up the chain, get our top bolt in there, get our bottom bolt in here. We're going to start both before we tighten down them. Start it, start the top, get it taken care of, tighten this one down. It's one that takes forever to tighten down because it has to be 9,000 inches long. Alright, so now that's done, we can put our PTFE tube back in and locked in. It's nice and tight, and front cover will go back on, and we'll be good to go and set. So now let's talk about the extruder gears and what they do. So these are your stock gears. So these are plastic on the end, and they're press fit, it looks like. So when you run abrasive materials, it runs through the groove right here. You know, right through the groove right there. And as you can see, I have filament caught up in it. Now, you've seen 800 hours and look perfectly fine. But I run a lot of abrasives. So I run like glow in the dark and CF filaments and all that. And I do not trust that these gears won't wear down. I also have a problem with the plastic breaking away. I feel like the plastic is going to break on me. So the hardened steel gears are all one piece. They're all hardened steel metal, and they are meant to increase your time between having to change them for abrasives. It's mainly the only thing they do. You won't notice anything different when you install them. It's mainly just for peace of mind running abrasives in your machine. These are stainless steel, which is still better than some. They could have been brass, but they will be better. Now, something else I want to talk about is these. So Dur Nozzle came out with these, and this is a ruby nozzle for the K2 for 25 bucks. You can find them on Amazon. And this is a tungsten carbide. Tungsten carbide will run pretty much anything you want. You only really want ruby when you're running straight abrasives. I bought both because, like I said, I run a lot of abrasives. I want, you know, all sorts of, you know, no need to change my nozzle, which this nozzle will probably be getting changed with the ruby. Not because that nozzle's bad. It'll probably go back in this packages. It's just clogged, and I don't want to unclog it right now. So, yeah. Make sure you make sure they're for the K2 because the unicorn nozzles do fit the K1, but they're shorter and they do not fit in the K2. So when you're looking, you want to make sure it's the K2 Plus. And like I said, I ordered these off Amazon. They were here the next day. For $25, you can't beat it. It is ruby nozzle, and I'll pull it apart and show you. So set this right here. Get the ruby nozzle out. And as you can see, that is a ruby nozzle tip, and it is great. So this is one of the hardest, the only harder nozzle you can get is a diamond nozzle, and this allows you to run abrasives. It won't stick to the nozzle as much, you know. So yeah, give these a try. They're on Amazon. Check them out and tell me what you think. That'll be all for now. If y'all need any help, you're more than welcome to comment below, and I will give you any advice I can. You can also find me on Savage 3D Decals on TikTok or Instagram, and I will help any of y'all out if you need help. So, yeah, have a good day.